Hello, everybody. I am live. How is everybody doing today? I hope everybody is doing well. Today we will be coloring in Whimsy Girls Celebrate the Holidays and Other Festive Occasions. I have chosen the St. Patrick's Girl. Now, some of you may be wondering, what are the two little items that I have here? Now, the first item is the new pen. Now, I bought the pen and the tray before certain things happened, so I wasn't prepared for. So this pen comes from JL Maverick Ink. They are a new company. They are a new diamond painting pen company to me. I first discovered them through Miss Coffee. So yeah, Miss Crocheting Coffee introduced them on her website. So now they're called Butterfly Effect, but this one is called Neptune. Isn't it pretty? And this is their regular size pen. They have thicker size pens, and they also sell mini pens. So plus they sell a few blanks that you could have a pen made for you if you wanted. So that's the first item, is this lovely new pen. Then I came across bolts that were being made for diamond pen. So you put your drills in here. And what I like about it is that it has this little spout. I'm good, Angela. Now, this tray comes from 3D Designs. He makes them from a 3D printer. So I got one of these because it had the little spout in it. And I'm having trouble with some of my boats. The drills get really hard in my boats. So I'm like thinking maybe I need bigger boats and different boats to help me with the painting. So I left a link below where you could purchase that. And the name of the shop on Etsy is My 3D Designs. So he makes all kinds of things. He makes trays with lids. He makes trays. You have to buy the lid separately. So you buy the tray and then you buy the lid. So I'm waiting on one more thing from him. So there's a lot of stuff that they do in their shop. So, and of course, we will be using markers. Of course, I have a lot of page behind it. So we are coloring from Whimsy Girls Celebrate the Holidays and Other Festive Occasions. I always put a little sticky on my thing so I know where I am on that. And we are drinking coffee. I know, but I got a lovely surprise this week. Or an unpleasant surprise. And then I got a nice surprise because once the stimulus bill gets passed, I think things will be a lot better. So this is number 55 in the sprees. I didn't label. Oh, yes. Emerald green. And we will give her a nice red. Number 15. She's going to be red. I'm going to make her red. I'm going to make her hair red. So it's just the St. Patrick's Girl that I've decided to do. Yeah, I just finished having lunch. Me and my mother, we did some grocery shopping today. So right after we did our grocery shopping, we had some lunch. We made ourselves some lunch, so that was good. We had some waffles for lunch. Because there was food that we needed to get. But you know, Angela, you didn't hear what happened to me after Thursday. You know, I'm so glad the government did that for the tax stuff. So, you know, I got some good news, maybe, possibly. So we don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, I got hit with a major bill, so I'm not too happy about it on Thursday. But then the announcement came that the relief bill got passed, so now all the president has to do is sign it. But one of the things that's in there is a provision for tax holders that they don't get that. That's okay, May. So, May doesn't even know this, but if you, well, what happened was I gave my tax stuff, the stuff that I did have, to my boss, because, I was unemployment insurance didn't take the right money out for me and the taxes. So I kind of got a really high tax bill. So now the government passed this thing where 10,200 of that money will not be taxed. The other money will be taxed. Yeah. So the bill was really high. Hi, Michelle. So now the government put in a 10,200 of that unemployment money cannot be taxed, which means the money still can be taxed. But here's the thing, now the bill might not be as high. But I got to ask my boss about that. So, we're trying to see what we can do to fix that. And then, I told him I had bought a computer and then I made some money off of Google. And he goes, okay, so then make a spreadsheet and do all this stuff with it. So I did that. I already sent him that. So hopefully that will alleviate some of the bill. It might not alleviate all of it, but maybe the bill won't be so high now. I do too. It's just was a terrible shock to my what's it doing, being like one moment it'll get the signal, one moment it will not get the signal. That's okay, take your time. We're coming from Whimsy Girls today. Whimsy Girls celebrate the holiday. I thought since it was near St. Patrick Day, it would be good. Saturday I didn't stream and Sunday I didn't stream. What happened on Saturday and Sunday? Now I'm gonna have to end up going to Best Buy actually with my light pads. Both of them have stopped working. Yeah, the little one stopped working. I tried various USB cords with them. They did not work. I tried the OtterBox cable. The OtterBox cable was too big for both of them. So both stopped working when I was trying to do my Chuck Pinson. And as some of you know, you saw that. Oh no. I'm sure it does because that's a lot of work. So both iPads stopped working when I was starting to work on my Chuck Pinson, and I had to spend 3 hours kitting it up. Now, what kitting it up? means is basically you put all the stuff in trays and stuff like that. And it took 3 hours to get it all up for the big chuck-a-lone. I tell you, May, it's not been easy. And then well, you know, when you're not used to moving. So then you know, first the large one wouldn't work, so then I was like, okay, my little one still works. I don't know if it's a power outage or whatever it is, but I'm going to have to go to Best Buy with both of them to get USB cables for both of them. And then I'm going to buy a backup cable just in case something bad happens, which is always the case in my case. So I'm like really upset because there's certain areas of that, there's certain areas in that big diamond painting. So I'm going to have to go there with my A3 and my A4 to see if I can get cables at some point. You know, and I probably will have my wish list up. Hold on. I can do it. Okay, I got the list. No problem. Here's the wish list. There's my wish list, Michelle. So let me do the blue. I meant to put the wish list up, but you know, sometimes it's turquoise blue, number 68. Because we're going to have enough green in this thing. Sometimes I close these so tight. Thank you, Michelle. Did I miss a little bit of the red here? I think I did. I got a white pencil here. See, I always keep my ivory around. Pale pink. Hello, Lucia. How are you? You know, me and my mother went grocery shopping. Emerald green. You know what? I like the fact that I got this as the Amazon version instead of the artist version. It really does have really nice pictures in it, though. Little trick they don't tell you about markers is that switch into the chisel. It's actually better for less streaks. You know, I started doing this coloring in the right now it's dark this color, but once it lightens really nice. If this really is one of her better books, I think, in my opinion. Black, which is 120. I use this a lot outside of the book. You know, I wish I had chosen this book. Now I'm thinking to myself, maybe I should have chosen this book for Little Blue, which is turquoise blue. But you see, when this starts to dry, it comes out different color. You guys really can't see it because it's coming out dark. Yes, you do. No matter which book, no matter what markers you're going to use, you're always going to need something to protect the page, no matter what paper it is. I'm going to tell you that right now. Well, this is a St. Patrick's Day. I love markers. Color wood, but I also like pencil. There's nothing wrong with using pencils in a book. That's what you would like to use. Some books I do use pencils because they're double-sided. But even that, sometimes I will use a blotter page. Like if I'm working in my romantic countries, I do use a blotter because sometimes pages have I don't know what this is in the Japanese books in particular, but sometimes they smudge, especially if you're using prismas in there. So you have to be really careful if you use prismas in your Japanese or your foreign or in your Asian books. For some reason, those colors smudge. We're going to do the coins in gel pen. These coins are going to be done in gel pen. You know, in some ways they are, you know, but also when you switch from pencils to markers, I have found that when I came back to using pencils, that I actually was lighter handed with pencils after I started using the markers. Because I would always been a, did they call it a heavy handed colorist? So that's one thing that's different. But when you go switch from one medium to another, sometimes the mediums actually are better for you. Number 43, and this is a deep olive green. I have a lot of books on my list. The switching mediums helps you with other mediums too. Really? Wow. I think brush tip markers are good too because then, it's kind of like using a paintbrush to get your hands to be lighter when you use a brush tip marker or even a water brush pen. See, this is starting to fade on me. You guys can't see it, but it is fading. It just doesn't come out in the paper. 59, I think this is pale green. See, now you see different. One thing about these sprays is that they have good color combos. Someone asked me, would I get the towel trees? Knowing what I know now, I go, absolutely, I would get the towel trees, but I think I might get these again. To tell you the truth, I like these more than the Cali Arts. No offense to the Cali Arts, I just like these more. Moving is stressful no matter how long you've been there, Michelle. Because you're like deciding what's coming with you, what's sentimental. Number 96. I already figured out what I want to do with the clouds. Black. Every cloud has a silver lining. Maybe. Maybe gold clouds. Because it is St. Patrick's Day. But they may conflict with the I like that idea. Every cloud has a silver lining. This is a Hanolin, it is. This comes from the Whimsy Girls. No, I went through all the skin tones in this already. E53 in this set. That's how much I use my skin. This is a Copic. Thought doing Hanolin today would be something like you guys would like it and think because it's near St. Patrick's Day. And I was like, you know what, I want to do it like this. We'll do that gold. We'll do the rainbow. Let's do the rainbow. Red 10. See? I always have to include a little red in my pictures. I think this would be a good book too, Paula. Whimsy Girls Celebrate the Holidays and Other Festive Occasions, because I think this is one of my favorites of hers that I've colored. Yellow, which is sunflower. This is 44. Orange is 23. Someone asked me, where do you buy the artist editions of the Hanolin books? Because I have 2 artist editions, actually. Well, no, 3, because one I got off as a Kickstarter. Yes, there was a Kickstarter a few years ago that Hanolin did for the favorite book. And that book is actually Green 46, which is vivid green. Hi, Danielle. How are you? I know, I color a lot in this book. You know, and whatever it was, like, you know, sometimes you start coloring in a book and you're like, nope, I like these for the clovers. Tell Mike say hello. I already started coloring in the Jumbo Girl fashion one too. But I was doing some diamond painting this weekend, so I was like, But the Chuck Vincent's coming along slowly now because now I don't have my light pad to help me. So when you don't have your light pads, it's a little bit slower. Trying to use my multi-place a little bit more because sometimes I'm finding that I need to use it more. Because this one takes up my whole table. If I lay it down the flat way, if I lay it down. I like it a lot. It's really nice. It's really fun. I like those coloring those little girls. It's really fun. It's really cute. I like all the little cute girls in it. The problem is picking a picture. So many good ones to color. Didn't even realize there was a rainbow here. Sorry, just that would be good to have that there. Hey, Joanna. We are coloring from Whimsy Girls, so. You know, moving is a lot of work, you know, just one part, but you're moving like a whole part of your life. You're like my mom who likes it a certain way. Number 56, which is mint green. I've already used up some colors in this set already. There's a color that I specifically have. Copics. And look, Moonlight. And it's a blue color. It's really an outstanding color. BG11. Of course, figures it out. Hold on. Based on how many Copic refills. I have. So that's when my thing comes. Of course, we always have the Copic refill. Oh, that's nice. I'm going to have to move this out. Okay, I'm having problems with this one because it's dry. So here's what you do when your markers are really, really dry. You have to wet them with an alcohol wipe. If your markers are really, really dry like this, then here's what you do. You move them out with this. Just give them a little wetness. Okay, so we're going to have to do the drip method. Now, when I do the drip method, I put a wet alcohol wipe over my marker because this tends to get messy when you do the drip method. And I'm not doing it on my paper. Wow. Normally, Johanna, I'm just going to cover up the book for a second. So this doesn't have the paper there to do it. So I'm going to take the book away so Johanna can see how you refill. Now, how you normally refill. This is the refill bottle. Johanna asked how I normally would do this. Normally, I'll take this off. But because this is bone dry, let me get another Copic so you can see the difference between a bone dry nib. This is bone dry. So here, this is the bone nib dripped. You can just simply take it out like this, take it out like that, and then you put it back in. So when you're done refill. So that's when the nib is good. So because this is bone dry, I have to do a drip method. Now I have an alcohol wipe over this marker because this will get on everything if you are not careful in how you do it. So to do this, this is the drip method. So you put it like this. These are the old refills that I have. These are not the new ones. So when you're doing a nib, they will tend to get all over the thing. So that's why you have the alcohol wipe, the wet one here. Because this is bone dry on this tip. See? That's why you want to put the towel on it. This is only one. See, so now that I did that, I have to put this on this, right? Now, I have to do this on the other tip too because the other tip is a brush. This is the other way of doing it. Because this is bone dry. This is the brush nib. When they're bone dry like this, you have to do it this way. I'm sure you did. There's many different ways to do it. These are so dry. But the reason why I moved the book out of the way was because I was refilling that. So that's why you move that out of the way. So that way it doesn't get on the paper and everything. So that's the other way to fill up the Copic when it's really, really dry. And you can't get the nib out the old-fashioned way. So we will do the, now let me get out my gel pens, which I have right over here. I got a new tray too, May, for my diamond paintings. It's from 3D Designs. So I can get my gel pens. These are the color gel pens because I want to give that marker time to absorb the gel that we did. What we need to do the gel. You know if it's too much because it'll explode. It'll be too wet on paper. But if you really want to know if you put too much in, take a piece of like scrap paper like this. And that's sketch paper. You'll know if it's too much because it'll start exploding on your hand. See? But that's how I know I have refilled it because I use a piece of scrap paper. The best way to do things is always put them on scrap paper first. See, and the sign of a good marker is, someone said they wanted gold clouds. I think I like that idea of gold clouds. I think I wanted gold clouds. What is marking this? Sometimes you get things that you don't know what it is, what's blocking something else. So, scrap paper is good because I get a lot of my scrap paper. I used to have a lot more. I used a lot of my scrap paper from the sketch boxes that they gave me. That's nice. I think we're sticking with the orange one. These are my colored gel pens. Do not worry, I have refills of these. This is Glitter Marigold, and this is C224. Someone asked me, how would I rate my gel pens? Number 1, color it. Number 2, the jelly Pentel Sparkle Pops. The only reason why they're 2 is because they don't have as many colors as the color gel pens. And the jelly rolls are my number 3. I don't have many jelly rolls left, so. I think the clouds should be this color because they're just fun to do this way. And it's a little bit different to do clouds this way. Which gel pens do you own? Because gel pens are as different as the person using them. Oh, Miss May, I meant to ask you, how is your cat doing? Is he still demanding your attention when you film? Because every time he comes in the videos, he seems to meow a lot when you're filming. It seems like, you guys ever have pets and they always seem to come on when you're filming? I've never had Flair and I've never had Link ones. I know that who likes them? Andrea likes them. From the English Andrea, not the American one that we know. Her channel used to be called Andrea's Attic and now it's something else. But she really likes the Link ones. And from what I can see, they're very sparkly and very shiny. Why is it whenever I stream, and I mean this, guys, whenever I stream, there's always ambulances, there's always fire trucks, police sirens go off when I stream. They could do this. It could be quiet all. Yeah, did you see that Color yeah released a set of markers in America for like $23? Yes, they did. I know it could be quiet all day, Joanna, and all of a sudden when I go live, they decide to do that. It's just very weird timing. No, 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 no. If your gel pen ever stops working, this is what I was told to do. Tap it. Now, some people will tell you, oh, you should put it in water, in hot water. I'm going to tell you right now, that works about maybe 25% of the time, I have found for me. Some people say it works all the time for them. I have not found that works very well for me. Exactly. I do like the Pentel Sparkle Pops. I just wish they would sell them with refills. Because when I was getting them before I got the colorant ones, those were like my go-to gel pens for like sparkly bits. I don't know who gave me the hot water tip, but the thing about gel pens is I typically buy gel pens that have refills in them because then I don't feel so bad about buying them for a lot if they cost a lot of money. Well, with the Color brand, if you run out of the refills, you can just buy the refill separately. What is your Bengal telling you, Miss May, when he talks to you? Or is it just meowing? If my mother and me do move to California, we're just discussing it. We're not totally there yet. We're talking about what kind of dog or I like Blick for a lot of things. Blick, the online Blick store is so very, very good. Well, he eats a lot of it, doesn't he, Miss May? Doesn't he eat his food that you put out for him? Was he complaining that it's not enough? Oh no. See, cats are smart. They will do what they need to do. But do you know that some cats actually have two families? I saw a special where the cat would live and sleep in one, but then during the daytime when the other family was at work and stuff, he would go to another house and get fed there in between houses. This must make the cat very upset that he's not getting what he wants. Me, I like my sprays. I think sprays are a very good value. 128 markers for $35 now on Amazon. I like Cali art. If you want a big set, there's big sets like Les Mouches. Oh no. I remember a long time ago I had a so this is BG11 Moon White. I'm not the smoothest with my markers. I think they're great value, Angela. The sprays. 128 markers. You get 28 more markers than you do with Cali for the 100 set. No, Cali Art used to have an 180 set, but they're no longer selling that set. So when that set comes back, maybe I'll recommend it. But for now, I think the sprays are just as good a value as the Cali Arts. In my opinion, I think the sprays are a little bit better if you get the full 128 set. There's an 80 set that they sell too. I almost did the fairy one today from the new Demeter Victoria book. I was tempted to do that. Plus, we have a Lily Murata picture that I do want to do. blame Danielle for giving them to me. It's Danielle's fault. Andrea, I love those pictures that you did on your Instagram. The Clara Makova one and the one with the shiny jewels that you did on your page. They came out spectacular looking. See, and that's a brush tip. Those are pretty. These are the expensive ones, Joanna. These are the Copics. This one is a Copic, so this is a very different marker than the other ones. Like, if you're going to try markers, may I recommend the sprays or the Cali Arts or even the Hoo-Hoos? If you're going to try markers, start with a nice budget value set. Karen is really nice. I really like Karen a lot. I love her videos. I'm doing a Chuck Pinson right now. Done. Okay, it's getting dry again. When the tips get dry, you have to wet them again. I am actually doing a Chuck Pinson diamond painting downstairs because it's so big. This part might come out choppy. It's not hard to cut. I think you have to do it in pieces. They're big. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. His paintings they're big, so. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Kim. Yeah, we were coloring today, Hanolin. I'm working on, what am I working on? In Chuck Pinson. I have the painting. I took a picture of it. I'm doing this one by DAC. Hold on, I have a picture of where I am of it on my phone so you guys can see where I am. Here's where I am in it. This is what I've done in 2 days. Some of you may have seen on my Instagram, but this is the one that I'm doing. by him. This is just a small section. But this is from DAC. It was one of my early ones. Yeah, that's the one I did very early. I bought it when I was first starting it, not realizing the size of them. No, she does not. So when I first got it, I didn't realize the size and scope. It took me 3 hours to kit it up. Literally, I was downstairs on the table, laid the paint in flat, took up my whole table, Miss May. If I lay it down this way, the long way, it takes up my whole paper. It takes up all my things. So this is glitter marigold. No, we're gonna do the other one. This one is glitter goldenrod. I haven't run into the confetti being dreadful. Like, I know his paintings are licensed to Dreamer Designs and DAC, but I don't know where else. Someone else was telling me that there's a third place. I know, that's why a lot of people like her. Oh, if you guys ever are on YouTube late at night, you guys need to go to Miss Crocheting Coffee. She is hilarious at nighttime. I mean, her lives are so much fun to go to. She is funny. Her and Miss Coffee and her children are funny. And she has some real funny stories. I'm like laughing, smiling. Like, she is really a hoot to be. Like, if you ever go to Miss Coffee's lives, they are just a hoot. If you're ever up at late at night and you want someone to watch, she is a hoot. Wasn't it fun, her live? And she gets me into finding companies. Really, she does. Like, this is the new diamond painting. I would have never ever I would have never ever gotten this pen had she not told me about this company. I've not gotten to see her dogs. But here's what I did while I was kitting it up. I thought I was all done, and then there was another bag of drills. And I was like, I had already blocked off 4 of them, of the containers first. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave that bag out. And then when I need more of them, I'll put them in the containers as I need them. I think I may have 1 or 2 Mandy Manzanos. She is funny. Anybody know what this is? They say it's a kneadable eraser. What is a kneadable eraser? Is that like that rubbery eraser? I think I'm on my like 2nd or 3rd. I messed up. Well, you know what we'll say it's a little bit of a gold in there. Just put a little bit of gold in this guy. Guys, see, I messed up. This is what happens when you don't stay in the lines, but that's okay. It still fits within the context of the picture. And therefore, we have done St. Patty's girl with red hair. So I will probably see you again on Wednesday because tomorrow I'm working. So hopefully things go better. So hopefully we did that. But then there's the simple one you guys can do. Remember, there's another picture. This is the complicated one. And this is the simple one. Remember that there's 2 copies of each book, of each image, but one is a more complicated one, and then the other one is less complicated. I went with the more complicated version today. So, isn't she? I like cute. I like doing cute pictures. I especially like this book. I think there is the possibility that if I do not finish this book, it's probably because I have all those second images to do. I actually started this book around Christmas time, and I noticed that I am coloring a page every month from this. But I'm okay with that because I don't have to finish every single book all at once. And I'm okay with that because this is around the holiday time for St. Patrick's Day. But I want to show you something that I am working on in another book. And I did this all with my Holbein pencils. I have not because I'm stuck on the last egg. And I did this with my Holbeins. All of this is in my Holbeins. Let's see if any of you can guess the book. It is not an Easter book. It is an Easter picture, but it is not an Easter book. Let's give you a famous image from this book so maybe you guys know what this is. This is an Easter picture. I did this all with Holbeins. This paper seems to like my Holbeins. But this is a double-sided book. What does everybody think it is? Miss May knows the artist. He's done a page in this book before. This is the page that we did many years ago in it. Miss May is like, I know that image. We did this image a few years ago. Let's see if Miss May can remember the page. May should know the artist. I have his other book. If they are, I'm just trying to figure out what colors to use for the last one. And I don't have them all, Miss May. I started getting them like this. Most of this comes from, oh, that was the other picture. That was for the roses. See, everything from here on to here is a board pen. But I bought these all individually. I think because, you know, what they started doing in Blix here in the States is they started selling them individually. Yay! Yep, it is Nick Filbert. She remembered. And then, you know what was happening? I was cleaning out books and rearranging them to put them up. And yeah, it is Fantasia. This is the other book by Nick Filbert. And so I decided to use my Holbeins for this Easter one. So I thought it would be fun, but I don't know what I'm going to color this in yet. So it is a work in progress. I wanted to try my Holbein pencils on that paper. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this stream. They are very creamy pencils. I think they're worth the price personally, May. I really do. If you're gonna buy them, buy the whole set. You'll not regret it. But if you can't afford the whole set, buy a set of 50 or 100 because that'll be worth it, you know. And then you can fill in the rest of the colors. Because I bought the pastel colors, and once I got the full set of the pastels, I ended up loving them and wanted to get more of them. So that's why I have some more than just those colors, you know, because I wanted to get the other colors like the nature. Like I don't have a white in that set yet. I don't have a black in that set. So think about that because you should always have a white and black pencil in any pencil set you have. In markers, you're always going to get black, Very few marker sets have whites in them. The only two sets that I have seen that have whites in them so far is Copics have some whites in them, but they're more like skin whites and yellowish cream whites, and I think Blick has a one white which is called Antique White. Yeah, they are very creamy, those pencils. But some paper does not. I found with the Erie books and the Holbeins that Erie's books eat the Holbeins. So I would not recommend using the Holbeins in the Erie's books because they tend to eat them. And what I mean by eat them is they go and use them up very quickly. The paper seems to it's a weird thing with the Holbeins and Erie's paper, so those I wouldn't recommend for Erie's books. I use the Schrift Farbens or I use my Tombow irritants for them if I'm going to use anything in Erie. So that's the pencils that work best in Erie. You can use your Prismas and Polys. You just have to be really lighter handed with them. So I want to thank you guys for coming. And what's the sign of a juicy marker? You see the background in it. So that's the sign of a juicy marker that it goes through the page. So have a wonderful day, everybody. And I hope you all have enjoyed this stream. Bye, everybody.